What's up? What's up? Welcome to the morning, yo. It's Michael, yo. I really appreciate you guys checking in every single day. You know, I always start with it. I got to bring some positivity and love. This is what this morning, yo, is all about, and you guys are help building it. It's pretty crazy. We started this morning, yo, 2 months ago. 40,000 people on Facebook. Now, after 2 months, over 180,000 people on Facebook that are checking it out, and we're going up like 10,000 people a week. It's crazy. You guys are coming through, and it's because of you this show is doing so well. And I really, really appreciate it. And it means a lot. Of course, you know, O Town's going to be on the show. I'll have them on in a couple of minutes, but I want to run through a couple of things. When O Town's on, you can ask anything you want, leave it in the comments. I have tons of questions off my Instagram. It just blew up. I've never had so many questions for a guest, so it's pretty amazing. Also, you can help out the show by giving stars. Now, I didn't know what this stars thing was, but I guess each star you give is a penny. So literally 1 penny is 1 star. And now people are starting to give stars, and I want to give some people some love, some shout outs. So let's see here. Let me go to the band. Let's see. All right. Alexa Morris, you gave me 250 stars yesterday. Thank you so much. That means a lot, and I really appreciate it. Amy Zelia, 530 stars yesterday. Thank you so much. Every little bit helps, man, and I really, really appreciate it. It means a lot. Like I said, I love to start the show with some positivity. So if you weren't listening yesterday, the positive thing that happened yesterday is my daughter is like a year and 2 months old, and she's a late walker. She's a late walker. Now, I probably would have freaked out if it was my son walking that late. And I know it may sound misogynist, but my daughter was like, take your time. You don't need to walk fast. We don't need to be walking the boys fast, you know? But for the first time, she took her first steps. She walked across the room to me and got to me and said, Dada. And that was the most beautiful thing in the world, man. So that's my positive message I'm sending out to you. I want to say hi to some people real quick, and then we're going to get to O-Town because that's why you're here. Let's go. Essie, yo, what's up? Thank you for checking in. Nicole, congratulations. Thank you. Willie Johnson, good morning. Good morning. Nakisha, good morning. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Jenny, thank you, Michael, for having our guys on, making our days with our guys on live. That's right. That's right. So let's get to them right now. I want to bring them in. Please welcome to the show, O-Town. What's up, guys? How are you?
Yo, what up, man?
What's up? What's up? So is everything good? Where are you guys at right now?
We're in Arizona. Yeah. AZ.
Okay. Okay. What are y'all doing out there?
Well, I live here. So
okay.
We have some virtual shows coming up. And normally we would be rehearsing at my house, but we're trying to be a little bit responsible. So we got an Airbnb. We're rehearsing at this Airbnb for the next couple of days.
That's cool. And you got a big show on, the first one coming up is on Valentine's Day, which is probably a huge market for you guys. And I see, I mean, like I said, your fans are still there. They blew up my Instagram. How's it feel to be able to do a show on Valentine's Day? And I know you have some other dates, but those fans are still there.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, these shows are something we built over the last few years doing live, and we made Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day. We made weekends out of them. So the fans would come and spend the whole weekend. We had special events and VIP planned the whole time. Now that we haven't been able to do it, we wanted to try again this year virtually. So that's how we've kind of lined it up. And we've got a lot of fun VIPs and a lot of personal time and everything we can to make it as close and personal as we can during these COVID times and do it virtual.
Now, we all know that we're all going through this pandemic. It's crazy. I've learned a lot about myself through this whole experience. You know, I think it's kind of self-reflection when you go through a pandemic like this. You can't be around a lot of people. Like, for each of you guys, what's one thing you really learned about yourself or your family through this time?
Shoot. I learned as a band, we suck at social media.
That's true.
Like we grew up in a time, and like we came to be as a band in a time where like social media wasn't important. And so it's just not the first thing we think about. And
second or third.
And when we can't have that face-to-face time, we realize how poor we do at social media. So apologize to all the fans for that.
It's kind of hard when you're not doing anything at home though to like be posting stuff all the time.
Yeah.
I learned how to do exercises without weights, without lift society. Good Lord, body weight work. It's like that's the main thing.
I know. And Trevor, you're looking good, man. You staying fit. You stay in shape. Look at that. You got your own what's it called? The thing where people can follow you. What's the thing? Yeah, you got your own Patreon going on. You're gonna become a workout. Like you're doing work.
Well, so it's
Yeah,
good.
man. All right. I mean, you guys are getting so much love. Let me see. Okay, let's see here. Krishan says, I miss these guys so much. So excited for these shows. I mean, the comments, hey, my love. Like these women still love you guys. Love you guys. And it's amazing that you still, it's amazing that you guys still like can have these fans around and they could be there for the growth of your music. And it just must mean a lot, right?
It means so much more now. The last 5 years was just us sort of building this on our own after like the band had been dead for 10 years. And when we decided to resuscitate it, it was a slow build back to where we are now. We actually had a really busy schedule for 2020.
Oh yeah.
It was going to be one of our biggest years as a band, even during our heyday. Because everything that we do now is all us, you know, like we don't have like a label, we don't have ABC and MTV sort of involved in our project. So everything we generate is all us. So it's far more gratifying to be able to have a fan base that's loyal to us now. And they're all older, you know, so it's really a different experience.
It's more fun now.
Way more fun.
We had over 40 dates with Mark McGrath was on the Pop 2000 tour, and Lance Bass was coming out, Ryan Cabrera, like all of our buds going out for a big year. We just dropped our album, OTWN album, so we're looking to like have a bunch of shows with the new stuff, and we're still waiting to do it, but I guess this will be the first time. These stream shows will be the first time we're going to perform a lot of those songs from the new album, and then a lot of stuff from the first album that we haven't done in 20
Yeah,
years.
20th anniversary.
That's actually been something interesting. You were just saying how amazing it is that we have these fans who still love us, and like last night we were listening to some of these songs that are now 20 years old, and it's even more amazing that they stuck around considering how we feel about those songs now.
Some of them didn't age well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's start. I wanted to bring that up. What song did y'all hear that y'all were like, oh my God, I can't believe we recorded that song? Is there one out there like?
I mean, there's a couple.
Trevor likes most of them.
because Trevor's nostalgic. Okay, Trevor
That's
is
right.
a personal person, and it brings me back to a great, happy time in my life. So I can't say that I don't like the songs, but as songs on their own, without any emotion,
Yeah, they're pretty bad. I think we were laughing at how serious we were taking it at the time, because when Dan got brought in the band, we had All for Love, and we were like, Dan, like, I know you're new, but just so you know, we are working on some badass shit. You're welcome for allowing us, or for us allowing you to come in the band and join us on this epic journey of these crazy songs. Check this out. And now we listen to it like, man, no wonder Dan was shaking his head like,
Okay.
yeah.
So can you give me one song? One
Oh,
song.
there's multiple songs.
I mean,
I want to hear a name of one. Give me a name of one.
The one for me was always Liquid Dreams. Like it always felt awkward in the spot, in the moment.
Liquid Dreams at the top.
Yeah, and just like that one, like I can look back now and I think, oh, that song like we were excited about 20 years ago. I don't know if we were ever really excited about Liquid Dreams. Like no, even the first time we heard it, we weren't like stoked about Liquid Dreams.
We appreciate that people like it. Like,
Yeah.
people love it. Like
Yeah.
especially in the UK and like other parts of the world, they like think it's super cheeky and it's awesome. I mean, we're really grateful for that.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
but,
I mean,
but we're discussing nocturnal emissions for a young.
Absolutely.
No, the worst was having to go on Radio Disney and explain what the song's about.
that is the best. That is the best. Trying to pretend like we had a morphorotic dream of this girl that could morph into different people in our
No,
dreams.
she's
No,
water.
no, no.
She's water.
It's not even a word, man.
No.
Right.
It's not even a word.
I mean, I pat us on the back.
Jessica says, me over here singing Liquid Dreams at the top of my lungs at 12 years old. See, I mean, people loved it. People loved it.
Your parents are driving in the front going, should we turn it off? Or should
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Or every 6 seconds. Don't do that.
yeah.
Don't do
Right?
Well, and that's the other. We were looking down the song list of the first album, and it really is like sex, sex. Every 6 seconds, I think about sex. Sex is liquid dreams. Like I mean, I guess we kind of knew it at the time, but it's even funnier looking back.
Now, I got some questions. Because this is all about the fans, man. Because I know you guys pretty well, and I don't want to take up the time with my questions because this whole thing is really about the fans. But I saw a question from a fan that was really good. Said, on Survivor, which one of you guys would last the longest?
Jacob,
for sure.
Let's
100%.
go. Jacob.
Why is that?
Jacob had his entire quarantine like spearfishing in the ocean, like fighting off sharks with his bare hands, coming over with dinner for a week every single night. Like he has more than enough food to. He's just like throwing lobsters around. Like whoever will take it.
I gave a lot of lobster away this year. That's why I feel bad when we talked about how you spent quarantine. I don't even want to get into it because I had a great time. But.
So Jacob, you did a lot of fishing during quarantine.
Yeah. I used to spearfish. So I grew up in San Diego. I used to spearfish and scuba dive when I was 12. I was certified, so I've been doing it a long time. And quarantine, this is the first summer now we haven't worked in years. And I kind of was sitting there like, what did I do? Oh, yeah, diving. I used to spearfish, and now's the perfect time because all the restaurants are shut down and it's lobster season. So I spent a lot of time in the water. Got a lot of fish, a lot of lobster.
When the quarantine first happened, I was actually down in San Diego with Jacob, staying with him, and they're like, everything's going to close. And we're like kind of freaking out. Jacob's like, don't worry, guys. Don't worry. All the food we want out there. I'm like, okay, I'm staying here then. Let's go.
Yeah.
Now, how has been, because two of y'all are fathers, how has that changed? Like when you have to go on tour and be away from your kids?
My wife, we told the story to somebody yesterday. So Jacob kind of tortured me before he had kids. He didn't know what it was like.
Yeah.
I had this master plan when the band got back together. My wife was pregnant with our first child, and my wife and I had this scheme to go on the road. I would go on the road for the summer, and then I would quit because I'd have a kid. I'd be too busy. But we had some shows that got delayed, and I ended up like leaving to go on the road 2 weeks after we moved in. 2 weeks after we had our daughter, and then like a couple days after we moved into our new house. And my wife still calls it like the worst week of her life when I was gone that week. Like it was horrible for her. Now that they've gotten older, it's a lot of fun. Like it, it brings a whole new dynamic to our band. I think it kind of gives us all life. All of our kids think of these guys as like uncles. But it's definitely changed the way we do things. Like we, instead of going away for an entire summer, we go for a weekend, and we cram into a weekend, and we go home during the week. And I'm, Jacob's taking care of his daughter. I'm shuttling kids to activities all week, and then we go out the next weekend. We live double lives as like pop stars on the weekends and like parents.
Hold on. I got to make Dan tell this story, right? Okay, so, I'm going to tell it. Okay. No, you're going to tell it. So Dan goes to school. Here, you tell the story, Dan. Go ahead. You got this uniform.
Oh.
The one when you showed up in the O-Town shirt and the guy's like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't know a lot of Christmas clothes, but one Christmas thing I have is a sweater we printed up. It's like an O-Town sweater with our names, with our faces on it. I've been I go drop my kids off every single day. I went there around Christmas time. I was wearing the shirt. The security guard, I've talked to him 100 times. I walk in with the shirt this day and I go like, I'm like, hey, what's up, man? He's like, hey, O-Town, I know those guys. He's like, one of the guys, I grew up in the same city as him, Trevor, and he knew everything about Trevor. And I was like, all right, cool, see you later. And I walked out, and it wasn't until like a couple days later, I was like, this guy right here on the shirt, that's me. It's a double life for sure.
That's a great
story. And Eric, I got a question for you from Camille. She says, when is Eric gonna have a girlfriend, or is he so private he just won't tell the world?
Yeah, Eric, do tell.
Yeah.
I think relationships in this day and age, especially with social media, they have to be founded in you have to be really strong in the foundation. I think sometimes social media tends to sort of chip away at that. And so I just keep everything private. I don't want to get those social media comments of like, oh, well, how's your girlfriend? And like we broke up like 2 months later.
Yeah.
I just feel like, you know, when it's that time, it'll be that time. And, you know, until then, I am very private, but I also like being alone and I like my free time too. So I'm not in a relationship right now, if that's what anyone's wondering.
Okay, let me ask you this, because I've asked Trevor this, but since social media is so big right now, when you guys were out, there was no social media. Do you like that, where you could do whatever you wanted to do and nobody would really catch it? Or would you have rather social media around to catch everything?
I liked it when the cameras did the work for us. We could just live our life and the cameras captured it and you edited the best parts or the worst parts, but you know, they made it entertaining. Because I forget. I live in the moment and it goes by and I see people with their phones like, what are they doing? They're missing it.
Yeah.
And for that reason, I definitely don't film a lot or don't put a lot on social media.
I take a lot of pictures and a lot of video. I just don't post it. I always said like if my iPhoto was my Instagram, I'd have 1 million followers because I have like serious content on there. I just never post it. I am wired differently, and it's weird. I haven't really necessarily adapted as much. Plus, like
we're all the same.
I can only take like for me, you know, and the trolls are so annoying. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's
hard. You know,
feels better to do.
You know what I call those people? Trolls, thumb thugs, because that's all they are. They're thumb thugs, man. They just that's how they. It's. I always wonder about those people where you get to a certain place in your life where all you want to do is hate on people with your thumbs. Like, how sad is that? It's just amazing to me. But Trevor, same question for you. What do you think about the social media thing? Like it? Don't like it?
I kind of wish it was around before, because I know that had it been, we would have been all over it. We would have killed it. If it happened in the maturation process of O-Town, we would have been, you know, we'd have been one of those bands that were constantly on it and doing great things with it, you know. So it just kind of, like he said, just kind of passed us by, and we kind of had to like adjust to it and try to do it as best as we can. But you know, it's good and bad. I can see it for good.
Okay.
We're far more active when we're on the road together, though. I feel like I tend to even be more active on Instagram when I have like the guys around me and we're doing things and we're out.
Yeah, Eric posts a picture. I'm like, oh no, he didn't. Check mine out.
Yeah.
Then it gives us some sort of competition. Otherwise, we're at home. I'm like, I don't care. Do you post something? I don't look.
Right.
All right. There's another question that just came in. It says, what shows on TV or movies have you been following during this quarantine?
Oh,
What's your favorite shows out there?
We all got a list of those.
Boom.
Yeah.
Mandalorian.
That's right.
Mandalorian
Yeah.
number
Okay.
one. Yeah.
I finally got into Peaky Blinders and had no idea that it's not over.
I tried to get into that. It was just too slow. It was too slow for me. Like the first episode was.
It's definitely on the slower side. I like the story. I like the, you know, the idea, everybody coming back from war and kind of like being comfortable with the guns and the gangs, like showing the inside of New York comes to town and all that's fun. And I stayed up super late one night because I'm like, no, it's the last episode in like 3. I'm going to watch them. And then it ends. And like, I even said, Chandler walked in the room. I'm like, man, I don't know how they're going to wrap all this stuff up in one episode. Like that seems impossible.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't. They didn't wrap anything up. It's still going.
Good for
I
those actors.
I did that to myself.
Congratulations to those actors
Well
and the
done, well
directors.
done,
I did that to myself. I should have. Don't start it unless it's already been finished.
Let's see. Queen's Gambit was awesome.
Yep.
I'm watching Your Honor right now, which is amazing, with Breaking Bad star. You know, Mr. Walter White is back.
Oh, cool.
Cobra Kai. Amazing.
Oh yes.
Oh my God, it's so good. It's so
Is it so good or so bad it's good? Where does it sit with you?
I think it's so good. Like I already said before, I'm an emotional person. The fact that they touch back with all the Karate Kids in the perfect way and make it also current. So it's like it's best of both worlds.
The cheese is good though. I think
The cheese is great, man. It's delicious. That cheese is so delicious. It's so delicious.
The memory of the 80s and how great those movies were for that reason. And it does it without being so blown up, and it's fun.
I do enjoy the random shots of the valley.
Right?
Yeah.
Random on location shots of the valley. Oh,
Sure.
that's where I get my time.
Like, oh yeah, that's a sneaky one that I don't know if people watch. Ted Lasso.
Great.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Amazing.
It's so
I
good.
cannot wait. I cannot wait for season 2 and 3. It's already got picked up for 2 and 3. It's so good.
Yeah,
It's so good.
So feel good, like you just
It's
feel
the best.
great after each episode. It's so uplifting. It's an awesome television.
Right at the beginning of COVID, I got turned on to Schitt's Creek.
Oh
And I
yeah.
was late to the game for sure,
Me
but
too.
that was so good that I got to
So
watch
good.
more, but I miss them. I miss those characters. Like when we were done, we're like, well,
Is it over?
should we start it over?
Yeah, I think it's over.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it's over.
They won all
over.
those Emmys and it was over.
And then done. And you fall in love with their characters. You almost like them
So
in your
good.
living room, living with you for a little while. And when it's over,
It's so good.
It's so good.
Dan, you haven't said anything.
I was just waiting my turn. I mean,
Okay, you're so polite.
I know. I still ride pretty hard for The Bachelor and The Bachelorette.
Well, okay, hold up. Here we go.
Yeah.
Do you think Matt is a good bachelor? I think he's trying to be too good, which makes him boring. He's a good guy, though.
So coming from somebody who was very boring on TV, it takes one to know one. I don't think he's very entertaining as a bachelor, but I do think like if you could draw a picture of somebody that looks like the Bachelor, like
Right.
he is it. Like
Yeah.
you know, he looks like it, but you know, he's definitely not like he doesn't have my attention. You know.
Yeah. And the
I haven't
girl.
watched last night's episode yet. We were here kind of late working on stuff, so I haven't watched last night's episode. But
Oh.
was there drama? Don't tell.
Oh. You know what? You were so lucky you said that because I was about to drop a nugget on you. So I'll let you watch it. I'll let you watch it. But all I'm gonna say is the person we all hate is finally gone. So I'll let you.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, you gave it away.
All I'm gonna say.
All I'm gonna say
I'm
is
gonna give
the
you
thing
the- I'm just gonna give it away.
Can we talk
But
about,
he may not. He may hate somebody else. You never know. You never know.
Can we talk about Claire?
Oh yeah, my wife.
No, not your wife.
Oh.
The
What?
Bachelorette.
Claire
like,
Crawley.
The Bachelor.
Oh.
That's the
Oh.
only thing I watched of the Bachelor, Bachelorette this COVID was the Claire saga. Those 3 episodes or 4 episodes where she like threw away her entire opportunity to find real love.
She found it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They broke up. They did?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, let me tell you something. Claire was the worst bachelorette ever. Like she was horrible. Like when this dude Dale was kind of forced. Like you don't want to be on national TV. A lady says you're my guy, and then you're like, I'm just trying to be famous. That's what he really wanted to say. I just want to be on TV. You know what I mean?
Well, Claire might have submitted a question in the chats because she is a big O-Town fan. The last time we saw her on the red carpet, she told the story about we came to her hometown 20 years ago,
Sacramento.
and she waited outside her hotel with her sister to say
No
hi to us
way.
and get her autograph. Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
I went on a hike with her. Tell her to hit me up.
Oh yeah. Trevor,
Yeah.
you'll take Claire, right?
A hike?
Trev,
we went on a
you
hike
should date
together.
Claire.
Went on a hike together.
Oh.
To Red
Wait,
Rock.
what? Wait.
A couple of years ago.
Wait. Hold on. Hold on. You and Claire went on a hike together, Trevor?
Yeah. It was years ago.
Scoop.
So what happened on this
Nothing.
hike?
Nothing. Yeah, we went to the top of running, had a good time, did a little jump photo. It's good. All right.
Wait a minute.
But see,
So
that
it's
right
just-
there is why we're not good on social media. He just said they did a little jump photo. Nobody ever posted it.
Yeah, we just.
Oh, see, I didn't see it because I don't look. See?
Well, I will say this about Claire. She has a type. Dale, Trevor.
Uh-huh. She does.
Hey, Trev, are you gonna
Single.
Yeah. Call her up. She might hike to Runyon again.
Trevor, you gonna reconnect, Trevor, or what?
Hey, let's talk
We do
about
another
something
jump
else.
photo.
I love it. All right, let me go through some more questions over here. Okay, so this one girl says, what do you miss most about touring? And you can't say the fans.
Okay, well, so that's the given.
Okay.
Yeah.
I miss most
Being
of
on
that.
stage?
Oh, being on stage.
Being on stage?
I-
Of course.
Obviously, yeah. I miss working. You know, I miss like just showing up to work. But the last few years, we've been able to really take in the culture of all these different places that we go.
Yeah.
So when we get there, we like find the best restaurants and we find the cool sites and we hit them up and like we kind of carve out time to do these things and find the best donut shop or find the best tacos or
Find the best lobster roll.
yeah, whatever it is. And so it's like the first time around, we didn't really understand like culture. Like now we've been able to sort of really enjoy that and that's something I really miss.
You know what
Okay.
I miss the most? What I miss the most? I miss these guys.
Oh, Eric doesn't look like he wants anything to do with that hug, Trevor. Sorry. uh, here's another question I'm throwing out to you. This is from a girl named Try. She says, "How do you decide who gets to sing more on a song?" And she says, "I feel bad for BSB, Kevin, and Howie."
Since the beginning, we've always like we try everyone on the songs. So I think that's one of the things. Some people just have a vibe. Nowadays, it's a little bit easier because we can kind of pinpoint like, oh, you're going to sound great on this, and you're going to sound good on that, and your range takes you here. So it's a little bit different now than it used to be. It used to be we were always competing for parts.
Yeah, we would fight for those parts.
Yeah, but now
Would you really? What now? When you say fight, was it like major arguments about who would get what? And who,
we would lobby for ourselves. We would, we'd be like, well, and because when there was such a limited amount of time to sing, when you know you have a single, right, and you've got 5 people in the band, and all we all do is sing, so everybody wants to be on the song as much as possible. So you'd be like, so what do you guys think about this part? Well, now we'd say, Eric, I think that's you. Back then we'd be like, I think I should do it. Let's all of us do it. Let's all 5 of us go in there and then have the producer pick, and it'd just take forever because we'd all.
So is that what happened? You would put it on the producer, so then y'all couldn't be mad at each other?
Yeah, mostly. Mostly. Yeah, and sometimes we would cut it a certain way and then go back to the label and they'd like change it too. Like it's always a crapshoot there. But overall now, like sometimes I'll be like, I don't really want to sing. Like you guys do it. Like you guys sing.
Okay.
Because like we sing so much, like on stage. So like it's like let's spread the love around and the fans are there to see all of us. Like that's the thing that we understood a long time ago. It's like. This is not like a solo venture, the fans want to see all of us. They all want to have our time to shine. And we like to give each other time to shine too. Even if it's not like a song like made for someone, like sometimes Jacob might not sound as good on a song as Dan, or there might not be enough parts. And like Trevor gets sort of like, sometimes we'll like write in a part for Trevor specifically. So he'll have a moment. Like we just like to share it around as much as possible.
A song Buried Alive, Eric was like, adamant that he didn't open the song up, and we all forced him to.
Got you.
We're like, no, you sound best. You have to sing that part.
Yeah, I didn't like my
against his will.
And that's the biggest change probably from like when y'all were young in the game, all wanting to shine, and now it's just like, hey man, we're just happy people are still around and we get to do what we love.
100%.
Exactly.
What has been the hardest thing? This is from Natalia. She says, what has been the hardest thing to keep the band going over time?
Distance.
Yeah, I think the distance, like Dan said, when the family started to happen, it was kind of like, oh, is this gonna work? Are we able to get through this? And like that has obviously we've gotten through that, but that was really, like you said, the distance, doing the social media because we're not together all the time. That's really like the biggest obstacle, I think.
I think the hardest part we went through, like we got back together, we had a really good start when we reunited, and then we kind of had a switch in our inner circle in terms of like who was booking shows and how we were getting shows. We went through a really rough patch. One particular thing, I almost flew home and never came back after a particularly bad show with a turnout that was less than desirable. And
Gotcha.
And like those were the times because it wasn't so much that family was getting in the way. It was just that like it had to be worth it. Like what I was leaving. Right. It had to be worth it when I got there. It had to be worth it financially for the time I was missing, and it also had to be worth it just fulfillment wise. And I mean that was just me, but I know everybody kind of went through their own thing. Yeah.
Gotcha. Now Virginia asks, can you see yourselves getting to an age/time in life where you don't want to perform anymore?
For me, absolutely not.
I don't
Personally,
okay.
No. I think that like I want to perform forever. Just being able to do other things. I think that there's such a gift to be able to do what we do and have the fans come out and support us. So as long as they're going to come out and support us, it would be criminal, I think, of me not to want to do it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, just being able to do other things though, that's the key, which we were all set up to do, during 2020 until all that was put to.
As long as Michael Yo keeps putting on comedy shows.
Oh yeah. Oh, did y'all? Now Trevor started stand up. His first time on stage was with me. Have you seen his show yet, or no? Has he done some stand up for you?
I've gone.
I was thoroughly impressed.
So, yeah, I showed it to people that come over. I think it's hilarious.
I was expecting it to be not as good.
Someone in the car on us on tour. And
Really. Like, don't do that.
Are you gonna let him do?
Jokes. We're like, whatever you do not say that.
I got a question from Miss Breezy. She goes, "How many songs do you guys have on your set list for Valentine's Day, the big Valentine's Day show, and how can people watch it?"
Big shout out to Jenny.
Yeah, Breezy.
We know who Breezy is.
Okay.
I think Jacob knows the number.
What do we have?
You know the exact number? What is it?
well, we just added like another one or two less. Shoot, man.
Like 12.
12 to 14, somewhere around there right now.
We have about like 45 minutes to an hour in each of our shows coming up. So we have one around Valentine's Day. On Valentine's Day. We have one
St.
St. Patrick's Day and one in mid-April that's kind of like to celebrate 20 years of our first album coming out. So all this stuff, by the way, you can find information and tickets at sessionslive.com/O-Town/tickets.
I think that's right.
Or is it /tickets/? So
if you find Sessions Live, then
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be on their page.
And so all three shows are going to be different. The first one, Valentine's, is going to be a little bit more romantic for the lovers.
Love songs and ballads.
The second one's going to be a little bit more of like a party, try to have a little fun. And then the last one is going to be in remembrance of our first album, which came out 20 years ago this year.
Yeah.
Now
that one's going to be special because we finally got our hands on some of the original live tracks that we used to perform to. So we're having a good time in the kitchen laughing about the dance moves that we might have to bring back, but we get a lot of requests for songs like Baby I Would and All for Love that were, the Making the Band days, and they finally might get played.
Oh, very nice. Now, 20th anniversary is coming up. Any chance Ashley would pop on one show? Or is he just out?
Never even talked to him about it.
I think he's just out. I think he's just
Okay.
out. No, I mean,
We never say never.
Yeah.
But, it hasn't even been a topic yet.
well, right. 20 years came up and then nothing happened. So, I mean.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I'm not giving it back to him.
Right.
He's out. Just kidding.
Also, last year was our anniversary for making the band. I know a lot of people here probably who are watching are a little young to remember that, but we did start on a reality show. We did have 3 seasons in our reality show, and last year was the 20th anniversary of making the band. And I know that we were really proud of it because we felt like we were a part of like that inception of, The Bachelor and Survivor and all those shows that came out after us. Like we definitely had a hand in that movement. So we're really proud of that. And we didn't get a chance to celebrate that with the fans. So hopefully
They're still holding on to their tickets, though. I want to appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Because we're going to do it. It's in LA, the original plan, and we have a bunch of video from the original Making the Band that we're going to play. Crack some jokes on each other. It was going to be a great night, so stick with us because we will be doing that when we can.
Nice. Now, during quarantine, a lot of fans want to know, are you recording new music?
No, we got asked that a lot, but we just did 3.5 years of work recording the OTWN album.
Mm-hmm.
This was like the year to go and tour that. And there's a lot of songs we've never played live that on the St. Patrick's Day show we'll finally be playing some of the new songs live that they haven't seen before.
And to be honest, this is like the first time we're really there was one time that we got together for lunch because we just all happened to be in San Diego, but this is the first time we've all been together really since the quarantine, since for a year. It's really hard to coordinate and do all that stuff with each other, and especially for the recording process, we kind of like to be together for that. But I know that Jacob's been doing like a lot of stuff with his fiance, and I've been actually working in the studio with a couple of other artists, country artists, and Coast City, which I did a few years back. So trying to keep the musical mojo going during this, and it's just starting to pick up again as the world starts to reopen slowly.
So what roles, because I always wonder this in a group, what roles do you each have? You know, like who really concentrates on the music? Who really concentrates on the songs? Like, what is each of your role, you would say?
Well, I mean, we've said this numerous times before, but when we got back together, one of the things that made it so cool is we were all involved and we were able to mold it ourselves. Yeah. Jacob, since we got back together, has done most, if not all, of the management responsibility for the band. I've done a lot of the graphic design, internet, merch. I've designed all that, the branding. We all have chipped in, and when it comes to picking songs, and we all take our turns writing with each other, working together. Excuse me. We all work together when it comes to like working on the stage show, choreographing the new material that we need, whatever it needs. Like we're all kind of working on this together, running our own social media, stuff like that. We just kind of split it up. And
we split up duties.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone sort of fills in the gaps, like whenever someone's working on something else, we'll, work on that other thing that needs to be done. And it's far more of a company than just like a garage band,
Got you. Back in the day, who used to clash the most out of you guys?
Jacob with everyone.
I was gonna say, we never really had like Nick and Kevin like battle, like how they always have like something. Like it was always just like everyone mad at Jacob at some different time.
So Jacob, what about you would get everybody mad?
I just wasn't pleased all the time. We were like so forced to do so many things, and I really just wanted to do music. And then the TV show was great, but we were getting pulled all these different areas, and they wanted you to show your life and your love stories, and you're like, no, I just want to record and do these shows. And so we were always pulled, and it just seemed like I was fighting upstream battle all the time. It never seemed to really work out. We had a lot of things go wrong in our early days, and I think it's because we were juggling so much, and they were trying to get us. We meet each other within a year. We have a record deal. We're going out there and we're performing at big shows. We did, live performances for millions of people, and it was our first time ever being on TV. So things didn't go the best, and we were just constantly like put in situations where I don't feel like we were even able to succeed, and it was frustrating. So, and I was young. I didn't really know how to channel my frustration, so I would take it out on the only people that I spend every day with.
Yeah,
and that's definitely far from the case now. Like we, if anything, probably our biggest success, the biggest success of O-Town is the fact that after all these years, we met, we were strangers, we did what most people thought was impossible, and then we remained friends. And on top of that, we grew even further than friends, and we're far more like family now than anything. And I think that is a testament, and that's something I'm super proud of, to be able to develop something that's going to last us through the rest of our lives. Like we're extremely close, and I can't say that for all the other bands. There's been a lot of other groups out there that have been put together that they had a lot of success, but they don't talk to each other anymore. That's not the case for us.
Now, if you, as a group, if you could go back, because you said y'all made a lot of mistakes, if you could go back and change one thing, like one mistake as a group y'all made, what would that mistake be? That if you could go back and change?
You ready? All right.
I think we all agree about Miss America.
That was bad.
That was bad.
Well, Miss America
TV.
Performance was
That was the one I was
making the
referring
band
to.
season 2, but it was
It was bad. That was
we would have just
that's what I was referring to, without giving people the the ability to go YouTube it. Then we did a show for millions of people live that we shouldn't have done, but now it's going to get a bunch more views. Thanks a lot, Trevor.
Well,
But it was. I mean, we took on the challenge. The label said, "You're not ready. You guys have never done TV. You've never used in-ear monitors before. You've never done all these things. We don't want you to do it." And we're like, "No, we got this. Like, we want to show you guys that."
So the label was actually looking out for you guys at that point, saying, y'all not ready for this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And they were absolutely right.
They were right, when we had trouble with the ears, like the ears went down. So all we got was a 3-second slap back from the arena. And not many artists can handle that, let alone 5-part harmony group, because you're all hearing the tracks separate. You're hearing each other sing different. You're not finding the notes because it's muffled from the fans. And we tried our best, and we get backstage after, and some people in our team were like, "Yeah, you did it! And you could see our label guys in the back like, no, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
Oh, we had our
Oh,
vocal,
so
we had our vocal coach like,
Don't listen.
so wait a minute. So wait a minute. In the moment, you didn't know it sounded bad.
no.
We were hoping that we figured it out because we could only hear
We
ourselves.
couldn't hear it, and there was nothing.
Oh my gosh.
Our voice.
We nailed it. Let's go, guys. High fives all around. We got this.
We did come back on a Good Morning America performance and murder it and did really good.
Thank God they let us redeem ourselves.
Yeah, we had our redemption, so that was good.
And the
Oh
thing-
my god. And now
we went back to that same venue on the My 2K tour.
Oh yeah.
And we rocked that shit.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
you know,
Well,
it was kind of like,
Redeemed ourselves.
yeah, it was kind of like get those skeletons out.
Yeah.
well that's a good part about social media, not having social media back then, because that
Right.
Miss America thing would have went viral everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are some artists y'all look up to right now that y'all really like in the game?
Oh man, there's a long list. So long. I love Posty. I love Posty. I love what Billy's doing. Billie Eilish. I think she's an enormous talent. You know, she's just great. I have a baby crush on Dua Lipa. I think Dua Lipa is incredible.
Does Ryan's toy review do music? That's kind of my world right now. Yeah.
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 I'm at the beach all day, so I listen to Stick Figure, and that's like, I don't even know if they're that new, but they're new to me.
That's
And
good.
Trev?
Man, I've been really on the old Kanye kick. Like,
Yeah, Graduation.
yeah, Graduation. That's my favorite album of his. But yeah, I've been pumping that a lot. I don't know why, but
And low key, I've been actually listening to a lot of 70s music. I was listening to Ambrosia the other day, and I was like, man, these are such good songs, such good melodies. Oh yeah, and Dan and Shay. It's something weird. Like country music is so underrated and not underrated in all circles, but I think like I just been so enamored by some of these country songs, and I love Dan and Shay. I think those guys are just spectacular.
Yeah, man. So I got a few more questions, then I'm gonna let y'all go. How do y'all, like, when you rehearse? Is it instant? Like you're rehearsing for the Valentine's Day show that's next weekend. How long will it take you to get all the steps down? And how long?
And
oh shit.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It depends. Like at this point, we kind of have certain songs that we've been doing since we pretty much got back together, and some of those songs are kind of like riding a bike. Like and some of them we don't even need to rehearse. We'll kind of like lackadaisically walk through them just to kind of make sure we remember the words mostly. But then, you know, like if we have to do something new or something we haven't done in 20 years, you know, it'll take a couple days to kind
Gotcha.
of. Now, the difference is we're not going to choreograph an entire, you know, 60-minute show like we used to back in the day in the bubblegum pop era where everything had to be
like every word had a move assigned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more like adult choreography.
Less interpretive dance.
So we're trying to figure out what parts we have to keep, right? Because if you do All for Love, you got to do that beginning part that, I mean, we practiced through the entire season making the band, so I'm sure the fans still can do that better than us. But that's what we're deciding right now. Like, what do we need to keep and do
Right.
that
What
the
can we get
fans
rid
would
of?
appreciate, and what can we get rid of that we can, you know, still sing and breathe and not pass out at the end of the show?
We'll
All
have
right.
it. We'll have it ready. We'll have it ready for the show though.
Yeah, Valentine's Day,
can't wait.
awesome.
I can't wait.
Yeah, this is gonna be good. I'm gonna watch it. So I want to see, because
you and the wife for sure.
that's
It's gonna be
that's
nice.
right. Because it will be our anniversary on Valentine's Day. We got married on Valentine's Day. So
We got a
there you
song.
go. Huh?
We got a song.
We got a song for you, bro.
Okay. Yeah. And trust me, I will hit up Trev and say, I am watching watching this thing.
I'll give you a shout.
Yeah.
Baby number
see it.
3.
Baby
Baby number 3 on
was,
the way,
was
baby.
conceived during the Motown virtual Valentine.
There you go. So before we leave, this is my last question, y'all. Anything else y'all want to get out there right now? Anything personal y'all want to get out? Like anything any projects you're doing on the side? And then we'll call it a wrap.
No, we're just
February 14th.
Yeah, this is it. I mean, we want to say thank you to everybody that's been sticking with us throughout the pandemic, because we obviously aren't the greatest at social media, but we put a lot of time and effort into thinking what you guys would want from us after not seeing a show for a year. And then a lot of the songs that we've always been asked to do that we're finally going to give you. I think we're just excited to finally do this show.
follow us on @OTownOfficial on all platforms. And then hopefully we can be back on the road this summer doing some stuff and, you know, just get back to life as normal. I mean, I think that's kind of where we're all at right now.
Yep.
If you have any sports cards, get at your boy.
Okay.
I'm trading sports cards over the course of this pandemic, and it's been amazing.
Like
Oh, that's your things. Okay.
Baseball,
Yeah,
basketball,
nice.
football. It's brought a new community together of homies that are just like so enthusiastic about what's happening. Obviously, everything that's going on in the stock market, but the same thing is going on in sports cards and in the sports card trading market. So, yeah, that's been something that I've been totally into, and I just totally geeked out. Sorry.
What if I told you I had a King Griffey Jr. card, mint condition rookie? Would that be something you'd
I'd
be
say
interested
hand
in?
it over and let's get it graded and get you paid.
There you go. Oh, and one more thing. I just had Ryan Cabrera on the show last week, and he just got engaged.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that?
It's amazing.
I helped him move in. I was in Orlando. I was helping him move him and Alexa move
He's a
in.
handyman.
I was his handyman. I was plugging in things and moving furniture and.
I saw you cleaning the pool too. You
That's
did a good
right.
job.
Right. Yeah, I'm very handy.
You should see him when he put the thong on.
Yeah.
All right, guys. All right, guys. You have a great one. Thank you for being on the pod. I really appreciate it. I'll be watching Valentine's night because I want to see this. And I'm just so happy that you guys are together still, that you're doing what you love, because, you know, life is short and, you know, you got to do what you love, because when you love it, it's not work. So I really appreciate you guys being on the show.
It was taken away, and you know, we just like that we had to stop what we love doing the most, and so we're excited to get back to it. Thanks for having us.
All right. I'll see you Valentine's Day night. You guys have a great one. All right.
Thanks,
Ciao.
man.
Later, man. And thank you to all of y'all watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the stars you've been giving me. Remember, you guys make this show happen. We've been growing and growing and growing. More of your favorite people on the Morning Yo. Wake up and laugh. Love you guys. Big shout outs to O-Town. They're great. Make sure you check them out Valentine's Day night. All right. Later.